Hi everyone. Well, welcome to our yogic happy half hour. And yes, we're going to do chair again, but we're on a roll this week. We've worked on our twists, we've worked on extending our body and lifting our legs. So let's go ahead today and we're just going to take it one step further. So let's go ahead, grab a chair. That's all you need. Grab a chair, predominantly, something like a dining room chair, a kitchen chair, something that has a solid back and seat. You may even have a folding chair, and that's fine. Ideally, not a chair with arms to it. You may even have like a yoga ball, and that will work too, because then you will really be working hard. So go ahead, just gather whatever it is that you need. You can use your mat as well, because it's always good to have your feet open, not enclosed by shoes, but to have those bare feet so we can really feel our feet. We can make that strong connection into the earth. So as we all begin to come into this space and we find our seat, we sit down. Don't expect it to be perfect right as soon as you sit, so we're just going to take a moment to start to find that place. So the first thing is our feet. We do want our feet connected to the ground. And if your chair is really high and maybe your legs are really short, you could put something like a yoga block under your feet. You could take some books or just sit more forward on your chair. That's all you need to do, because we're really not going to be relaxing back into the chair. So we do want our feet firm. We want all of our toes to be facing forward. So maybe take a moment and look at your feet, make sure they're not turning out, and make sure the toes are not turning in either, that your feet just go forward. It's that second toe, kind of that second and third toe, much like with our hands, that actually goes forward. And then can we feel the arches of the feet lifting up into the foot so that we don't feel as though we're pushing the foot heavily into the ground, but we can feel it active, so we're not just dropping our weight in. And maybe we can begin to feel the muscles of the legs getting firm, because we want that knee to balance right over the ankle. And then hopefully, however high or low your chair is, you try to bring your hips and your knees fairly in line. So if you have a really high chair, that's going to be tough. So hopefully you're not trying this on a bar stool. If you are, lots of blocks, lots of books to come and lift your feet. Or maybe you have a stool. That's okay. Whatever you have. So first feeling those feet, and then we can begin to walk our buttocks back. So as we start to walk our buttocks back, we don't want to lose that contact with the ground. Now certainly move our feet back with us so that we can sit nice and tall, but it's our buttocks that moves back. And remember here, no slouchasana. You know that sense when we just kind of like collapse? None of that. So sitting up nice and tall, where we begin to use the belly. And what's interesting with chair is that it's kind of sneaky. That things that we could do standing, we can take our hips and throw it to one side or the other, but in the chair, we have to really use our support. So we can really begin here to breathe in, breathing in as though you're lifting that pelvic floor. Feel the body lift tall. And let those shoulders relax down as you exhale. Maybe allow your eyes to close. And just feel that breath flowing up the strong body. And then feel the breath leaving and releasing down the body. So notice here, you really have to use that support. Feel those belly muscles firming and lifting. Just take 2 more breaths here. That's all we want to do. And when we feel ready, we'll let our hands come together and let them rest here at our hearts. We're going to begin to do some breath that's going to really expand and open us. So this is a breath of 3 parts. First part is we breathe in, our hands come apart. Second part, we breathe in a little more, our hands come a little further apart. And the third part, our hands come apart even more as we breathe even deeper into that chest. And then as we're exhaling, we let go of the breath just a little bit as the hands come in. We let go a little more breath as the hands come in. And then more and more as we bring those hands back together. So it goes like this. So imagine here, as you're inhaling, your hands are connected by an elastic band. So you're pressing to pull away. And then as you're exhaling, like you're pushing your hands in with like a rubber ball. So breathing in and breathing out. Let's do that a few more times. Feeling your body expand and open. Let's do that 3 more times, please. Feel that chest really expand and that pressing. Feel that belly. I do believe this is our 3rd one. Take a big deep breath, take our arms out to the side. And reach them out, feel the shoulders melting down. And then when we're ready, let the arms just come down to our side and finding our chair mountain pose. Let's begin to ease our hips a little forward, so just walk them a little bit, one at a time. Let's bring our hands back behind us on the chair. Just let the fingers melt down. Feel the arms strong and just open that chest here. Maybe allow the chin to lift up a bit, but try not letting the head fall back. Just finding that length. But can you let your hands now hold on to the chair? So depending on your chair, you could be holding on to the seat. Maybe your hands come back to the back of the chair. Whatever it is, take a big deep breath and then let your upper body melt forward just a bit. So now you begin to feel that chest really opening. Feel the arms really long. And as we inhale, gently let the body rise back up. And the arms will float out to the side. They're going to come all the way up. Lengthen ourselves up. Gently turn our body right. And as we exhale, let the arms reach out to the side. So that right arm is reaching forward, left arm is reaching back. We'll take an inhale, lifting back up again, coming back to center, and exhale, bring those arms down. Can you hold on somewhere on that chair again? Maybe it's the back of the chair, maybe it's the leg, maybe it's the seat. Feel the chest open as the shoulder blades come together. Feel the body leaning forward. So allowing your breastbone, that sternum, to come forward. And just feel that chest, feel that breath. And then slowly as you inhale, lift back up, letting the arms reach out and up. Turning the body left, and as we exhale, arms will reach out to the side. So right arm is forward, left arm is back. We'll inhale, arms come all the way up again. Let's exhale the arms down, hold on to the chair one more time. Maybe you can go a little deeper as you inhale, come forward. It's that sternum, it's that breastbone that's coming forward. You feel a stretch in the back and the chest and the arms, all the while the body is working. And then inhale, come back up. We're gonna let those arms reach out one more time. But this time the palms will come to our heart as we exhale. Now as our arms move up, we're gonna lift a leg. So as you inhale, arms reach up, lift the right leg up. Just stay here. And then exhale, bringing it on down. We'll do the same thing with the left, almost like a little slow yogic march. Inhaling, lift up that left, toes are reaching to the sky, and we exhale, coming down. Now imagine something under your feet here as you bring that foot down, is that there's something very breakable, something very fragile. So as your foot comes down, you don't let that foot just fall and stomp, but you want to let it come down as softly as you possibly can. Let's go ahead here, do 2 more. Lifting and opening, bringing that leg up. And then exhaling it softly down. One more time. This time it's that left. And then we come down. Now as we inhale, we'll lift that right once again. See if we can hold it up. Let's bring our hands here to our hearts. And then maybe bring our hands to that knee and lift it up a little higher. Maybe that doesn't feel good to you, so you want to take it behind the thigh, but we don't want to push down here, that front of the leg, that lower leg, that tibia. We're actually lifting up. Sitting up nice and tall. If you would like, you can do a little rounding of the back as you come into a little bit of a crunch here. And then as we inhale, lift up nice and tall. Let's bring the right hand only on this leg and open this leg out to the side. Now let's take a moment to stay facing forward. And as we inhale, let's take our arms out to the side. Opening up and turning our gaze now gently to the right as we find a little seated warrior 2. Just stay here. And then when you're ready, let ourselves look forward, arms lift up again. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. If you can, let's see if we can take that right foot and move it out a little bit. So you actually remove some of the bend in that knee. Just do what feels good. Maybe you need to move more forward on your chair. So go ahead and give yourself a little wiggle room here to find that space. And then once again, we're going to inhale, bring those arms out to the side. Just stay here. But this time, let's challenge ourselves a little. We're going to turn our gaze and look left. So we're looking in the opposite direction. And then gently begin reaching into the right. Kind of bend into that right hip a little bit. Now you notice you can only go so far. So then when you're ready, lower the right hand down to that right shin and raise that left arm up. And we now have the chair triangle pose. Just breathe here. Hopefully we're getting a nice stretch into that right leg. And then as we inhale, lift up. Bring now that left hand down and bring that right arm up, just as we did in our last class. Find that breath. And then come back down one more time and just take a moment to pause here. Just feel. Let's slide that right foot in so that knee is bent. Maybe give yourself a little wiggle room here to see how you feel. And then guess what? We need to lift that leg and bring it back where it began. So can we do that with that inhale? Again, lift up. Now that leg's out to the side. It may be more challenging. Go ahead and take it into center. Bring your hands down, and then one more time, lift that leg. Start off by sitting nice and tall, and then would you like to lower your nose to your knee? Now see how you feel there. That's a little stretch in the back, and that may make you feel a little unstable. So come where it feels good, and then inhale, lift open, and gently lower that right foot down. Let's pause here, take a moment, rearrange where we are on the chair. We probably scooted just a bit. Let's take that nice inhale again, reaching the arms up. Take a moment just to lengthen here as we bring our hands to our hearts. The next time, can we use that uplift to bring that left leg up? So inhale and lift that leg. Hold it there, bringing then our hands to our heart. And then do we want to hold on to the knee itself, or do we want to hold on behind? We have those options for ourselves. Make sure the toe is not pushing downward, which makes the leg heavy and forces it down. See if we can widen out the toes and allow it to lift. And then again, do you want to do that little rounding? You'll notice you get a little stretch in the back, but it could be a little more for you that's not really feeling good. And then when you're ready, inhale and lift. Let's go ahead once again, release here as we inhale. Turn that leg out and then bring the hands down. Keep your body facing forward now as that left foot turns out to the side. You may want to just take a gaze, making sure the knee is not falling in. And when you're ready, our arms will reach out to the side, open up that chest. And when you're ready, we turn our gaze left as we find here our Warrior Two pose. Feel the shoulders relax. And then slowly, as we look center again, let the arms lift. And then let's bring the hands down. Can we walk now that left foot forward so it comes out to the side? That leg is long. When you're ready, taking another big inhale, arms reach out to the side. We'll turn our gaze looking to the right. And then reach into that left side. Feel that hinge at the hip. And then lowering that hand down to the shin as that right arm rises up. And we find here our seated triangle pose. Notice how the belly is working. You can't take those hips and move them side to side. They stay right where they are, the belly is strong. And then as we inhale, come up. Gaze and look left. Lower the right hand down and raise that left up. This becomes a reverse triangle. And then slowly release. Let's come back to center. And this time we want to bring that leg up again. Walk that foot in. And as you inhale, lift that leg up and out to the side. Bring it on in and exhale. Let's go ahead and scoot our butts a little forward. So remember, we've helped to work ourselves up and out of the chair. So we can stay right here. Let's take a nice big inhale, lift and open. Let our upper body lean forward a bit. And maybe let our arms really reach high here. You're going to feel the muscles of the back, those extensor muscles, really work to lengthen us. And that could feel a little bit of a strain for us. So we can bring our hands back to our chest. Maybe we lower our hands to our thighs. Always find that sweet spot. Remember the 3 bears rule that I've said before. And then we'll bring our arms out to the side. This time, let's see if we can lift ourselves out of the chair, but we're going to use our hands to swing forward a little bit and then go back. So we're going to actually get a little bit of momentum here. Let's see if the next time you come forward, you can bring the weight, pause, and then press through strong legs and come up. Take a moment to extend yourself here. And then as we exhale, let those arms come on down. Now, just for the moment, we're going to have to change our chair. So if you are using a mat, you want the chair to be, as I have it, that the seat of the chair faces one of the sides of the mat. You want to have some grounding, and if you chose to not use a mat, that's fine. Allow the back of the chair to be by either your right or left side. It doesn't matter which one. We want to look down at the seat of the chair. Hands come to the thighs. As we exhale, press our hips back a bit. Find the chair pose. We want to then bring our forearms. So take one forearm down onto the seat. Take the other forearm down on the seat. And our hands can either be together. Maybe we interlace our fingers, or maybe you let your hands come over the seat of the chair. Your shoulders are directly over your elbows. And we're going to start to walk our feet back a little bit. Try not letting your shoulders move back, but find here dolphin pose. So we can come up on the tippy toes for a moment and bring the knees in and then press back. We can even paddle one and then the other. Get a nice stretch out into the back of the legs. And then see if you can bring both heels towards the ground. Feel the heels like they're pulling away from one another. And if your shoulders are getting caught up in the ears, press those forearms down. Find this is the dolphin. Just don't let your head hang. And then walk your feet back a bit more. Come up on the tippy toes here and now pull forward. and find here a forearm plank. Now when you're ready, exhale, press your arms into the chair. Ease your hips back. I bet they go back a little further. And then walk your feet up so that you come back up towards the chair. Give yourself a moment, allow your head to just melt into your hands and relax here into a fold. And then as we inhale, look forward. Start working those hips back again. Feel the belly into your thighs. And then start to come up with your upper body. Use your hands. Then bring them to your thighs. And let's come on all the way up and take a stand. We're going to do something really sweet for our relaxation today. Now you do need something probably to support you. We are going to lay down and we're going to bring our feet up over the chair. So hopefully if you did bring a mat today, you're going to lie back. So just take a moment from here. Maybe your hands come down. You come down onto your knees. But we want to sit. So we're facing this side of the chair. Walk our buttocks as close to the side of the chair as you can and see if you can now bring your legs up over that chair. So you have your calves on that chair. The feet are free. And then see if you can lower your upper body down. Maybe you need to wiggle your butt a little closer to the chair. And then we're going to bend the knees a little more so our heels are into the seat. Slide your shoulder blades underneath that your heart is open. And then we're going to press forward and come up here into a bridge. So your feet are actually pressing straight down into the chair. Now maybe that's a little more than you would like today. So just go ahead and maybe feel the hip lift a little. And then when you're ready, slowly come on down. Let your knees just kind of sway to one side. And then let them come center and sway a little to the other side. And then come back to center. Can you allow those legs to now cascade over that chair? Let your eyes begin to release. Feel the weight of the legs completely give themselves here to the chair. And if for you today, your positioning on your chair doesn't seem to be as comfortable, just allow yourself to find a space. Maybe you'll sit in your chair. But just use this to completely relax and release. Feel our jaws relaxed. Our tongues sinking into the floor of our mouth. Our shoulders relaxed. Our back released. Our hips heavy, not strained. Our legs heavy as they cascade over the chair. And the beauty here with our knees above the hips. releases any tension or tightness in our backs. Just enjoy this sensation. Any time that your legs may feel sore, you may get some swelling in your legs. Maybe you feel tense. You just need a little release. We all have a chair, a couch, something that we can allow our legs to cascade on, and that we can just let go. Giving a little distraction to our back to help us release any tension or tightness. Stay here for a few more breaths. Because this place of release, this place of calm, is yours. And it's there for you anytime you wish to access it. Let us slowly begin to wiggle those toes and wiggle the fingers, moving our ankles and moving our wrists, and then giving ourselves a little stretch. We draw the knees to come upwards in towards our chest and give ourselves a hug. And then see if you can roll yourself to the side, preferably not the side where the back is, but at that front of the chair, rolling there to your side. And then guiding yourself up, either sit there on the floor or maybe helping yourself up and come back up to the chair. And just checking in, just noticing. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. May the long-time sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. And may the pure light within you guide you on. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for joining me. I am Flow Yoga Faith. Flow Yoga, Port Richey, Florida. Namaste.